Hi guys, in this video we're going to have a look at the MN-300 tank. Um, it's a Chinese manufacturer that's sort of do a 4x4 kind of tank related thing, or they call it the tank. It's quite a bit of kit off-road. Sort of, yeah. I think this one has a 370 motor, 17 gram steering servo and so on. Um, yeah, let's get into the box. It did come in the grey bag of death from China, and it sat in an airport for probably about 3 weeks, I think, after clearing customs before coming over. So I'm hoping it's in okay. I mean, the box don't look too bad. The only thing I'm slightly worried about is the kind of split the box has got in the side of it. Sort of, yeah, that's sort of not too ideal, but hopefully it's okay. And hopefully we've got the grey one in there, not the orange one. So usual kind of half clamshell, standard MN remote, bag of goodies. So there is some assembly required in this one. Um, so we've got mirrors, door handles, wipers, bits of trim, snorkel, I presume, wheel arch, sort of or fender flares, and a roof rack, and little ladder and things to go on the side as well. Screwdriver, USB Type C charger. Okay, I think it's a sort of battery pack in this one, rather than a sort of separate battery. So yeah, some gas cans that you can mount on the side. Some what's it? Top Fire stickers, which I believe is a sort of well-known brand for accessories and 4x4 accessories and that over in China. Yeah, a couple of little other bits and pieces there. That's kind of cool. Instruction manual. Just tells you where to clip the bits and pieces on. Don't eat batteries, that kind of stuff. There's the MN-300 and 300S. I don't believe the S has been released yet. So yeah, there's some more releases to come in the future. Sorry about the lighting in here, but it's that time of year. It's raining outside in the UK, so standard really. Okay, check that out. New design of wheel and tyre there. No foams in there, but I'm not sure they need them. Sort of medium to firm compound, I'd say. I would imagine that they'll probably grip okay, even though they're a relatively hard tyre. But yeah, that's a new design of wheel that I've not seen from them before yet. Under the bonnet, that's where the battery pack lives. So it's an actual battery pack. It charges of USB-C somewhere. Yeah, just there. Little USB-C charger. So it's a bit of a different move from MN there. And the battery just fits down in there and then locks over with a little latch on the side there. And then undo the latch and just pull the ribbon to release it. So that's something a bit different. So this one is opening bonnet, opening doors. Just the front doors open. I believe the spare tyre swings out, and so does the back door open. So that's kind of cool. So a fair bit of functionality on the hard body there. And yeah, I wonder if this one is another one that you might be interested in, Marcia. Yeah, I like the look at that. That's do like the silver. It's got a nice high gloss finish to it. I think I might actually even put the white stickers on the side. So we shall put all the accessories on and then come back. Okay guys, so we've got the accessories on. Hoping that the light's picking that up well enough. You can choose to put these ladders and stuff on the side or not really. Or like the gas cans, you can choose to put them on or not. Yeah, sort of roof rack. Everything seems to clip on fairly well. Some of the door handles you have to use an insane amount of sort of force to push them in the holes, but other than that, that's not too bad. Sort of underneath, it's reminiscent of a lot of the MN models with the MN-82 and the 168 and so on. They have made one nice improvement, and they've moved the power switch from under here, where it gets knocked off when you're going over rocks, to under the back here. So yeah, friction shocks. So yeah, but although it's quite bouncy when it's moving on the trails, it sort of does actually look quite scale. And because these aren't actually racers or anything, just ambling around on the trail, that's actually does look quite scale when it's moving. And there's a feature on this one that I've not seen on an MM before. You've got clips here to hold the body on, which, if I remember right, which I've seen in someone else's review, if you take these two screws out here, so you've got one, so you've got that one there and one there. If you take them out, then they've managed to save the screws. How's that? So yeah, undo the little clips there, and undo the little clips here on the back. And for what I think is a first for MN, you end up with a body relatively quick. So you've got the light board in the back there, the ESC controller in one, standard gearbox, servo on axle. But that's nice because that makes it easy to get into for modifications and things. And you've got a spare port there for some extra lights and things. So that figures out quite nice. Yeah, that's a bit of a first. So I mean, not that you really need to take the body on or off of this much, because you get the battery under the engine bay. But it is a nice touch, especially if you think you might be doing lots of modifications and things to it. So I think I'll just quickly drop those screws back in. But yeah, that's a nice kind of quick release system, which I think is a bit of a first. So yeah, it's got a The suspension is quite soft. It's got a nice little bit of flex on there. So yeah, the suspension has a nice little bit of flex, and typical 288. Oh, what? They put a screw in there. MN, what's happening? Why are you doing this? Yeah, that's not needed. So yeah, anyone that knows MN, these remotes have been around for a little while. It is actually the newer version of the electronics, which are actually quite decent. So power on. Power on. We do have kind of a tail light in there. Brake lights. Reverse lights. No indicators. Oh no, we've got indicators on the rear. But they are nice little light units on the rear, to be fair. And we've got the headlights. And the indicators. Not sure how well you can see the indicators. So you can turn the lights off on the front and the back. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about the indicators. Except for maybe hazards. Hazards off. Yeah, people say that looks a bit goofy, but that's actually half the MM logo. So it's kind of, yes, it is a little bit goofy, but I can understand what it is. So not the fastest steering servo, but plenty of power. So it's got the standard MN whiny ESC, but it's actually not that bad in person. They've improved it a little bit. Low down modulation isn't actually that bad. It'd be better if I weren't trying to run over the edges. So yeah, it's actually not too bad. So for having bouncy suspension, that actually still looks quite scale. So it does seem to have a vague drag brake in the low throttle rate. And no drag brake in the high throttle rate. So it's currently in the high throttle rate. Which when you're climbing and that with the electronic 2-speed, you want it actually in sort of the high throttle rate, because when you go to the low throttle rate it just reduces the power, so you actually have less torque and less ability to climb. And then sort of that'll be the low throttle rate. Sort of you probably see the double flash of the headlights. And then so I'm sure nothing could possibly go wrong with this idea. Try that again in the lower gear rate. So yeah, it actually seems quite a capable little thing, really. I have to get out on the trails another day, but it's wanted to dig into it and see what it was like. And I've got to admit, I'm quite impressed. It seems to have plenty of power. So yeah, what do you guys think, really? If you leave a comment in the comments for us and sort of let me know what you think of it. Would you buy one, Marcio? Mine's IRC. Yeah, it's definitely like it. Yeah, I was just saying before I really got interrupted by a lack of storage to record. What do you guys think? I'm actually quite impressed with it. It's I'll have to obviously have to get out on the trails at some point and sort of have a sort of good play outdoors with it. The days are slowly getting a bit longer in the UK, so but yeah, I like it. It's something different. I can't say that I've was aware of the sort of this model in or this vehicle in China until the model came out. But I like the looks of it, and from what I've heard, that they are tank like. So yeah, and one of the other good little features is that the mirrors have mirrors. Gotta love that. So yeah, nice little interior in there. You can see, maybe see a little bit through some roof. So it'd be nice to get in there and give it some detail and stuff. But maybe get a picture of a dashboard and sort of like print that out on some paper on the right scale. Yeah, nice glossy finish. It's hard to tell in this artificial light if it's metallic or not. I think it might have a slight metallic in there, but it's it must be painted to have that kind of gloss, I reckon. But yeah, so let me get to know what you guys think. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Like the video if you can, and keep watching, and we'll see this one out on the trail soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.